Welcome back to our channel, coin collectors and history lovers. Today, we're diving into the fascinating world of American coinage, focusing on the United States half-dollar from 1974. This coin may look like just another piece of change, but depending on its condition, mint mark, and any rare varieties, it could be worth more than you think. Oh, let's break it down. Its value, condition, and a bit of history that makes this coin worth talking about. The 1974 half-dollar belongs to the Kennedy half-dollar series, first issued in 1964 to honor President John F. Kennedy after his tragic assassination. By 1974, the coin was being struck in copper-nickel-clad composition, not silver, since silver was phased out of circulation. Half-dollars after 1970 and circulated condition, a 1974 half-dollar is typically only worth 50 cents to $1, basically its face value, because millions were minted in uncirculated condition. The value goes up to about $2 to $5 depending on the grade. If you find one in high mint state, MS65 or higher, it could be worth $10 to $20. Proof coins asterisk struck at the San Francisco Mint with the S mint mark are more collectible, with values ranging from $5 to $15, and sometimes more if still in original proof sets. Special note asterisk always check for error coins. Some 1974 half-dollars were struck with doubling on the obverse, known as a 1974 D double die obverse, which can be worth $50 to several $100 depending on sharpness and grade. Like all coins, the condition of your 1974 half-dollar makes a huge difference in value. Circulated, G, F heavy wear, design looks flat, worth about face value. Very fine, VF some details visible, but still circulated. Value about $1, extremely fine, EF/XF light wear, most details sharp. Value $2, $3 almost uncirculated, AU very minimal wear, much of the mint shine remains. Value $3, $5 uncirculated, MS no wear, sharp details, bright luster. Value $10, $20 plus. Proofs, PR/S mint mark high quality mirror finish coins for collectors. Value $5, $15 plus. Collectors especially love coins with strong strikes and little to no contact marks. Now, let's take a step back and look at the history of the 1974 half-dollar. The Kennedy half-dollar was first introduced in 1964, just a few months after the assassination of President John F. Kennedy in November 1963. Designed by Gilroy Roberts, obverse, and Frank Gasparo, reverse, the coin became instantly popular with the American public. By 1974, the half-dollar had already shifted from silver to a copper-nickel-clad composition, the same metal mix still used today. One interesting fact is that the half-dollar was once intended for everyday use, but by the mid-1970s, it had largely fallen out of circulation. People tended to save Kennedy half-dollars as keepsakes rather than spend them, which is why you don't see many in your change today. The 1974 issue is part of that transitional era, when the coin was still minted in large numbers, but the public was already treating it more as a collector's coin than pocket change. So, to sum it up, the 1974 Kennedy half-dollar is generally a common coin, worth between 50 cents and a few dollars in most cases. But in top uncirculated condition, as a proof, or especially as an error coin like the double die, it can be worth a lot more to collectors. If you have one sitting in your collection or pocket change, be sure to check the mint mark and look closely for errors. You never know, you might be holding a hidden treasure. Perfect. Let's build the condition-focused script for your 1974 US half-dollar video. When it comes to the 1974 Kennedy half-dollar, the condition of the coin plays a huge role in determining its value. Let's go through the grading scale so you know exactly what to look for. The coin is heavily worn from circulation. Kennedy's hair details are flat, and the cheek and jawline are smooth. These coins are common and usually only worth their face value, 50 cents. Moderate wear, but some hair detail above Kennedy's ear is still visible. The lettering and date are clear and readable. Value is slightly above face, around $1 light wear on the highest points of the design, especially in the hair and cheekbone. Most details remain sharp. These coins can be valued at around $2 to $3. Very minimal wear, visible only under close inspection on Kennedy's cheek and hair. Much of the original mint luster is still present. Values range from $3 to $5. No circulation wear at all, only small contact marks from the minting and handling process. Coins with brilliant luster and strong strike can bring $10 to $20 or more, especially in higher grades like MS-65. Asterisk, these were struck at the San Francisco Mint with sharp details and mirror-like surfaces. Collectors love them in pristine condition. Values range from $5 to $15, but perfect graded proofs can sell for much more. Collectors tip ***, always keep an eye out for the 1974 D double die obverse error. In higher grades, these error coins can fetch $50 to several $100, depending on sharpness and rarity. So, when evaluating your 1974 half dollar, always check the wear, shine, and possible errors. A coin that looks ordinary at first glance could be a valuable piece in mint state or as an error variety. Now let's step back in time and talk about the history of the 1974 Kennedy half dollar. The Kennedy half dollar series began in 1964, just a few months after the tragic assassination of President John F. Kennedy in November 1963. The American people wanted a way to honor the fallen president, and Congress quickly approved the redesign of the half dollar to carry his portrait. The obverse, or front of the coin, was designed by Gilroy Roberts, featuring a left-facing portrait of Kennedy. The reverse, showing the presidential seal, was created by Frank Gasparo. The first Kennedy half dollars in 1964 were struck in 90% silver, and they became instantly popular, so much so that people hoarded them as souvenirs rather than spending them. By 1971, silver was completely removed from the circulating half dollar, and the coin was struck in a copper-nickel clad composition, the same metal mix used for the 1974 issue. This change was due to the rising cost of silver and the need to keep coins in circulation. The 1974 Kennedy half dollar is part of this clad series. It was struck at 3 mints: Philadelphia, no mint mark; Denver, D; and San Francisco, S for proof coins. Tens of millions were minted, so they are common today, but they remain an important piece of the Kennedy half dollar story. Interestingly, while the half dollar was intended to be a coin for everyday use, by the 1970s it had already fallen out of circulation. People kept them as collectibles or encountered them mostly in bankrolls and casino machines. Today, the Kennedy half dollar is still minted, though mostly for collectors rather than circulation. The 1974 issue represents the middle era of this coin's journey, long after silver was removed, but before the coin became purely a collector's item. So when you hold a 1974 half dollar, you're not just holding 50 cents, you're holding a piece of American history that connects directly to one of the most iconic presidents of the 20th century. Thanks for watching.